And then to climb out. Okay, so what is happening here? We're bouncing around a little bit. So, oh, it's gone straight into speed with pitch. Okay. So it's gonna climb out until 500 AGL. Whoa! What just happened? Okay, we have problems. We have problems. Alright, I'm gonna start getting prepared here for landing. Alright, my approach is a little bit shallow, which means visibility is going to be poor. Don't crane the prop, don't break it. Is my rudder not working? Okay. Don't break the prop. My rudder is not working. Oh, that's fine. So when I have... I should note that my my joystick is kind of old. So, yeah, let me do this. We're just going to use a mix between mouse control and, oh, right, I can't do it that way. So we're mixing mouse control and joystick here. We're just gonna try it again. So let me get the aircraft. Set up here for takeoff. Okay. And let me check the fuel. Okay. Let's hit the start button. And then if I go into the route manager, internal settings, that's why. We need to hit activate and jump to this one. Okay. Now we're on climb out. Okay, so as we hit that 500 AGL, we're going to switch from roughly flying the runway heading, doing a really bad job of that, but it's in wing lever mode, to climbing at 75 knots. But this time, instead of... What? Why does it say 250? This is the super speed mode. Still holding 10 degrees pitch. Hang on 1 second. This isn't what it's supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be doing speed with pitch. It's supposed to be doing speed with pitch. So it should have been putting in 75. It's not doing that. I don't know why. So full throttle, yes. Okay. Sequential phase. Speed modes finder. Climb out, speedless 250, set VY mode. Alright, it's glitching. I'm gonna try this again. I don't understand what's happening. So, I'm assuming... I think that's right. And then... KEFD. KEFD. 17 right. KBPT. Anyway, 1-2. 1-1-6. And 1-5. So now random phase finder. And speed mode selector should do their thing. Nope, it's trying to set me at 250 knots, and it shouldn't be. Okay, oh, no. Do this. Pull back. Oh my goodness. Okay. For some reason I can do that and it doesn't mess anything up. So there's a problem in my code somewhere. Alright, I'm going to do this. I'm going to actually edit the program. Oh, That's no good. I need to do this. Actually, what I can do here, but then in the not indicated airspeed speed mode here. Might have a problem here. Hang on. So we are in climb. There is no cruise phase in super speed mode. The idea is you continually build up ground speed as you climb. I need to figure out why. Why it's setting to 250. If it's greater than 250, it's set to 250 in descent mode. I don't care about descent mode. So speed isn't restricted, so we should. Okay, that's not it. Takeoff speed is 250 knots. Okay, yep, that's fine. For takeoff speed mode. I see what's happening here. I see what's happening here. We're just gonna do this. We're just gonna do this, and I might have to edit it some other time. But this should work, I think. Right, and start. Okay, do it again. Hopefully I haven't gotten past top of descent, or we're going to have a fun time here. Please work. Okay, it says we're in climb phase. So now I'm just going to do this. Build speed. And then I'm going to bring up the route manager. 7 miles out, 2,000 feet, so it's 24 miles. Okay, so we're good. We're still good. All right. And let me check the route manager itself. Yes, we are indeed good. Oh man. All right. And then 0.15. 110.15, yes. Okay. Alright, so that's been an adventure. We got to see some live debugging. So, yeah. Normally, I would not use the cruise speed for the takeoff speed, because what would happen is it'll start reducing throttle because you get close to that takeoff speed. I mean, you get close to that cruise speed when you're taking off in a plane like this. You take off at half the cruising speed, so you're accelerating really fast when you're at a lower speed. So what happens is excuse me. What happens is it'll start reducing throttle when you as you're trying to take off, and you don't want it doing that. But we're going to try it like this with the code as it is now. I think it'll be fine now. So as I said, both of these are supposed to be fairly universal. They'll be effective with both jets and props. Hence why we're doing this in a Beaver. It's silly to do this in what is basically a bush pilot's piston engine propeller driven aircraft. Yet here we are. Let's see if I can get the RPMs to go up a little higher. If I just get a little more performance out of the engine, maybe. Oh, that's too lean. Alright, we are getting a little bit better climb performance now. Alright. Let me, the nav radio, we're just gonna turn that off. We don't need to listen to Morse code the whole time. I know that's the, it's starting with an I, so that's probably the one I want. Actually, let's actually, yep, that's the correct one. Okay. Alright, so we've identified that, yes, I am indeed hooked up to the ILS. So I have the frequency and range. Probably only possible because of how high I am right now. So, yeah. And I can't get this tutorial stuff to clear. I don't know what that is. I'm going to ignore it. But hey, look at this. My altitude is over 9,000. Okay. Alright. So, at this point, I guess for a real I would need portable oxygen. So that's fun. Alright, so now we can talk about the code. Now that we've done, we've finished debugging for now. So just like in the regular FGFS Copilot, we had to calculate topic descent. But this time, since we have no cruise altitude, because we're going to constantly climb, and therefore get faster ground speed, because we're increasing Mach speed as we climb, we are going to repeatedly calculate this topic descent based on our current altitude, and we don't even bother using the altimeter. We just look into the sim itself, what is my actual altitude, and use that. So, use that same formula, and we're just doing that every time the program iterates through that thread. And pretty soon, we're going to reach that topic descent. At which point, I believe it's identical, almost identical. Yes, it's almost identical to the original FGFS Copilot. So I mostly tested this doing silly flights with the F-16, where I would take off from Mock Federal Air Base by San Francisco, California, climb to a stupid altitude like 2 million feet, run out of fuel, and then glide into Dover Air Force Base. So I have a contingency set where it'll only deploy flaps and gear at, when it gets close to its approach speed, if there's still fuel in the tank. So if I've run out of gas, then it delays deploying flaps and gear till the flare phase, but otherwise it's identical. So here we go. We are in the descent right now. Look at that. So you notice the throttles are doing their thing. The throttle is doing its thing. Only one throttle, because there's only one engine. And so yeah, we are bouncing around like before because autopilot is kind of terrible. And this would be a good time for me to check on the altimeter. Okay. Still 2992 that. I think I used the tutorial to figure out how to start the engine because it's different. Oh, well, actually no, airnav.com still says 29902 as well. It's very unusual for me, anyway, to see standard pressure as the altimeter setting, as the actual pressure. So, but yeah, I used that tutorial. Well, that's probably part of why that text is there. I did end the tutorial and clear it out. But, when we first started this video, I used that tutorial because a lot of the switches have changed and stuff. It's a different procedure than what it used to be. So this model has been updated since the last time I've used it. Alright, so we're going to wait until I get to I guess about 12-ish miles from our destination. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. You can see here, it's doing that VNAV down as before. It's readjusting descent rate. It's doing all the things it needs to do. So I'm going to pause recording here and then get back to you when we get a little closer. And actually, as we drop below 8,000 feet, I believe now I'm going to want to start setting that mixture to rich. Yeah, we don't need perfect engine performance Yeah, because we're descending. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Alright. Okay, I believe we've run out of fuel in the center tank. No, no, please select the... Oh no, fire starter? Oh no, 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 no! Hang on, I need to, Alright, one moment here. I need to figure this out. We are going to have to close... No flaps, 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 please, no flaps. Please. Okay. Alright. What do we have? I don't know what I'm missing. Gosh dang it. Okay. What we can do is we can actually do this. Give me 90 knots. Speed with pitch. So a little bit of a cheat there. Okay. Best glide speed. Okay. Okay. Give me a second. As I mentioned before, I'm not sure how to, I don't know if that's what I want or not. Aircraft checklist. Start up. So we want this actually all the way. Okay. There we go. Alright, we want a little bit of throttle. Come on. Come on. I can't tell if that's doing anything. I hope it is. Okay. Alright. So, crisis averted. Now, we're going to hit start again. And it should find that I'm in descent, but it should also put me into the approach speed mode. Okay, I'm still in my cruise speed for some reason. And it had started to lower flaps, so I'm a little bit concerned here. Oh, you know why? It was probably lowering the flaps because I was getting close to my approach speed. So, okay. So, crisis averted. All right. This turned into a Let's Play just as much as it's a a showcase of my code that's still just kind of vaguely working. Oh, this is great. This is awesome. Okay. This is, I have over an hour and 13 minutes of recording. Why is it doing that? What is this abomination of behavior here? Oh, you probably can't see that too well, but that throttle is going out of control right there. You can see that. So we probably flowed into some incredibly bad weather. Let's see. Oh no, that doesn't. I can only read a few things on the METAR, so I can see the wind speed and direction, and it's the visibility. Scattered clouds, 12,000. I believe that's temperature and dew point. I'm not exactly sure what this stuff is. So, oh yeah, and this is the time and date, obviously. I could probably go into METAR description. Here, yes, okay. I don't see anything suggesting turbulence or anything, but I guess there is turbulence or something going on here. All right. Okay, so we are now entering the landing approach speed VREF, as it's named, speed mode. And whoa, look at that gust! I'm getting tossed around in here. This is yeah, that's not the autopilot doing silly stuff. That's, wait a minute, what is the rudder doing? What is the rudder doing? I don't remember that being... Oh, that's very strange. That is wild. Okay, I'm not sure what's happening here, but we're gonna ignore that. All right, so quick check of the radios. 110. That's right. I already identified the ILS, so we're good here. I believe that's the airport up ahead. It's 900 miles away. Barely see it. We are still in descent mode. Okay. Alright, I'll pause recording and come back when we get a little closer to landing. Okay, so due to the problem I had with the center fuel tank running out, yeah, wow. And the time it took to get the engine restarted after switching to the front tank, we are well below where we should be. So, because we descended extra while getting the engine restarted, we are no longer on a 3-degree descent profile. We're on a much shallower descent, and we're much lower than we should be. So 7 miles out, we should be at about 2,800 feet, but as you can see, both on the HUD and the altimeter over here, we're at 1,100. So I believe we just switched to ILS mode. No, we haven't. Okay, so the autopilot seems to be struggling quite a bit, and I'm not sure why. But we're at a bit of a fugoid, a bit of an oscillation here, and it's not good. So we probably won't survive this landing. What the heck is going on? Instrumentation. I don't have any nav instruments. I don't think. So, nav. There is no DME on this. It's not in range. It says it's in range. Alright, why is this not switching to ILS? It should be switching over. Okay, it's interface finder. Interface descent, instrumentation nav in range, and route manager with distance last not empty string, and less than approach distance. Okay, we just got to within approach distance. Right, we're within 5.5. Yes, here we go. Okay. Big climb. Excuse me, big climb up to the glide slope. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not good. That's a stall. That's a stall. We're gonna... We're gonna up this to 60 just for safety. Up this to 60. And get some of this trimmed out with. Come on. Come on. Please. No, I can't because I'm still attached to glide slope. Okay, now. Come on, I need some speed. I need some speed. I need some airspeed. Please give me... Alright, 3 miles will be about 1,200-ish. Okay. So now we're about where we need to be. We're going to hit that start button again. And then I'm going to get ready route manager and make sure we are jump to this guy. There we go. Good. All right. So I believe we're probably not going to die now. Probably. Okay. This has been a very exciting flight. This has been full of all sorts of problems and such. You know, we've just been debugging and problem solving as we go. Oh man, please don't kill me. Please, autopilot, do not kill me. Let me show off how cool FGFS Copilot is one last time before I end this video. We'll be on the ground in about 2 minutes. So, ideally. We'll see. It could end up flaring at like any kind of angle here, and it could be horrific. So, I may have to again take over manual control. It's just not fast enough between the throttle and the trim for this plane. There's a lot of lift, and the engine responds pretty quickly. So, oh man, oh man, oh man. And again, it's doing something funky with the rudder. Okay, I may have to take over. Okay, we are flaring right here. We are flaring right here. We're gonna land short. I don't care. Okay, boom. Okay, now we're in the retard phase, and that's it. It gave up control. So now I can just carefully... please don't break the propeller. So I can't use rudder while I have that stick pulled back all the way. Okay. Parking brake on. We're just gonna park it here on... sorry, parking brake on. We're gonna park it here on the runway because my joystick is old. It's over 10 years old. So it's amazing it still works at all, really. But it has some issues when you go to a full range. So I'm not actually going to be able to taxi a tail dragger around. So yeah, there's so we had our first flight in the original and the regular FGFS Copilot, where you have a cruising altitude. And then we had this one. It's a far more exciting flight with the super speed version of FGFS Copilot. So hopefully you enjoyed that adventure, that little adventure we just went on. I'm going to end the video here. I'll have probably 2 more videos showcasing how this works with different jets coming up in the future. So until then, I'll see that.